Hi, my name is Marisa Thompson. You may remember me from other videos, and I just kind of wanted to share with you a little bit of my experience with my science fair, my whole journey that I took when I was in 6th grade. Well, I was always kind of interested in science and marine biology, and when I was in 6th grade was when they introduced the whole new science fair. My teacher had mentioned it, but I just thought science fair was you either invent something or you do the volcano thing. And so I was like, okay, cool, might as well give it a try. Well, then the teacher handed me this big fat packet of paperwork and all this stuff that I had to fill out. I'm like, maybe science fair just isn't for me. So I kind of gave up on that. Didn't do science fair 7th, 8th grade year, and then when it came time for freshman year, I was in honors biology, and because I was in honors, they ended up making it a requirement for me to do science fair, and so I was thinking like, okay, great, now I have to fill out all this other paperwork, but it turns out it wasn't like that, and I was very thankful that my science fair teacher, or not science fair teacher, but my science teacher at the time really mentored me and helped me with the whole process of filling out the paperwork. It really wasn't that much, but he helped guide me, and I was thinking like, all right, well, what am I going to do for my science fair project if it's something I have to do? And so one day I was looking at my fish tank, I know it was random, but thinking of like, what can I do for my next science fair project? And then I was just kind of like wondering, I wonder how old my fish are. And so that kind of led me into my new idea and my new science fair project. So I ended up conducting an experiment with the age of salmon, looking at the scales, and so that was kind of how I got started with my first project. Didn't think much of it, okay, I just did it for the A. I ended up competing in county science fair, and I ended up taking first place. So as a freshman, that was really exciting for me, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Well, the next year, it was also a requirement for me to do science fair, and so I'm like, alright, I did it once before, I can do it again. So I just kind of decided to improve upon my project with the age of salmon, so I just kind of expanded my research and everything, and then I ended up winning a $1,000 scholarship, so that was really exciting and surprising for me. So with that, I was like, okay, cool. And then the next year, it wasn't a requirement for me, but I just had like this interest since I had gone from taking first to a scholarship, and so I decided to do a whole new project with the photo identification of Chinook salmon. So with that, I ended up competing in county science fair, and I ended up winning a $2,000 scholarship, $500, and I took first place and qualified for state. So with that, I was like, something that I never thought I would be interested in really got me far, and got me thinking, this is how, through science fair, this is how I was even given the opportunity to volunteer for where I'm at with the Department of Fish and Wildlife. And that's really helped me expand my views and my perspectives about science in general. And so now I'm trying to work on a new science fair project. Instead of it with fish, now I'm working with moths, which is kind of moving outside my comfort zone, but I'm sure everything will turn out great. With the people that I've met, all the help that I've been getting, I'm very grateful for everything. So we'll see how it goes with this new project, and I hope it just kind of inspires you or anyone who's interested in science to really pursue their interests. It doesn't even have to be science. It could be math or language, English, whatever, but because the possibilities are endless. So just see what's out there, and hopefully I'll see you soon.